Good evening and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Hope everybody's having a great night. I see Dolly Perry, God's Third Acre, Deb Kettleston, Diana at Justice Acres, Whitney Gibson, Bare Bottom Acres. Welcome everyone. Welcome. I just put on my chapstick that's tinted and it looks funny. I'm like, I didn't really look in the mirror. I see the White Picket Fence has joined us. Hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I wish I see you guys are talking about lilacs. You know, I don't see them down here. I do miss lilacs. You know, growing up in New England, they were all over the place and I don't see them in the South. I don't know if it's just they don't grow well here or if I'm just missing it. Hello, Creating Essence, Blue Eye Lathers, Leatherwood Land, Sarah Downer, Build on a Rock Homestead, Twin Cedar Farms, Darlene McSwine, Diana at Justice Acres. Welcome, everyone. YouTube is telling me that my stream health is in the yellow instead of in the nice bright green. So if anybody notices any issues, let me know. Kiri, I don't remember getting a message from you. What was Twin Cedar Farms? I'm doing as best as I can. Providence Farmstead, hello. Valerie D, good evening. Patty and Art, so good to see you. I hope everything's well with you guys. Susie Dunkel. Lena Sisowski. Pete's Little Homestead, Big Wave, Florida. Good to see everyone. Oh, good. I'm glad you got to see that, Bare Bottom Acres. I was hoping, I thought posting it on YouTube might be better than trying to promote. Hold on. Sorry. Excuse me. Can't hear very well. Okay. I've got my volume up. Sorry. Can you send Comfrey root now? Or is it too hot? Goodness, I am gonna start having an allergy attack right when I go live. The allergies have been pretty rough here in Georgia. Everything is in bloom and every pollen is out there. Kevin, okay. Glad to hear it. Kathleen Carrington Moses, good to see you. Thank you for even getting on here to talk to us, but don't think you have to because you need rest and get all better. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I do need the rest and I do need to get better, and I'm definitely not there. I had another relapse this week, so just when I was feeling good. Like I was just telling everybody at Easter, I was like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better. And then everything went out the window. I'm actually struggling a little bit with the sound as well. I lost sound. Well, that's strange. Welcome to Rose's Alpaca World. I wish. Allergies. It's allergies. Yeah, I actually took a loratadine Easter morning, and I never take allergy. I never take allergy medicine because I, do everything so naturally. But it was like, I don't want to be sneezing all through Easter dinner. I'm going to take a loratadine. Remember to place your questions in all caps, please. Yes, that's really important because I won't be scrolling back in the chat anymore. I'll just be, in fact, let me expand my box that the chat is in. No, not close it. Oh gosh, if I have to start blowing my nose, I'm going to be so embarrassed, y'all. Sometimes when these allergy attacks come on, that's all I can do is just blow it all out. You read my question, but then sneeze without answering. Comfrey roots, you should be able to, if you wrap them properly. I would defoliate them most of the way. I think the foliage part of it is what makes it more sensitive to the changing of the temperature or drying out. So if I were you, I would cut down all but the littlest bit of foliage. All right, so I see some more people have joined us. We got the Citystead here, Claire Burke, Plants in Passion, Daniel's Farm Fresh, and whoops, I said I wasn't going to scroll anymore, and I did, because I am so used to doing that. Rose, when the heat comes on, my adrenals take a beating with my Hashimoto's. Oh, I hope that's not it. Got a hair in my mouth. Hands you a box of puff splits. The goats are doing well. Ryan he's finishing evening chores, so goats already defoliated. It's gonna travel much easier if it's just a root cutting then. That would be that. I'm sending some to a friend of mine here soon, but I'm sending it north, so I'm not so worried about the heat. It's the heat that I worry about with foliage. Does Eugene's new owner have a YouTube channel? She does not, but she has considered it a lot, and I've tried to push her into the idea, so we'll see. But I'll definitely be going over there and getting some videos. I could post in our Facebook group some of the photos she sends me, because she does send me lots of photos and little video clips of him. They're doing really good. Bunny Fufu is the new name for the squirrely goat, the one that was not tame, the one that used to be Flower. Can't hear very well. I'm sorry, this is at full volume on our end. I'm not sure. That's been a common problem lately. And I remember having Dalton show me when he was here, and he said, well, we're not really going to be able to test it unless you're live. And I'm like, that's so true. Oh. So I just missed a bunch of comments because I was not looking. So if you have anything that you need to repeat, please put it in all caps. It's really helpful. Comfrey is so hardy, and just the smallest piece of root is usually enough. You know, it's funny, I transplanted Comfrey like several times. I tried to take it from my mom's house. Sound isn't good. I don't know. Sounds great here, according to Creating Essence. Sounds okay to Darlene McSwine. I don't know why it's working for some people and not others. How embarrassing. But I guess we all blow our noses, right? Where can you buy some Comfrey? Heirloom Permaculture. I don't think they ship it, though. I don't know. You could contact Heirloom Permaculture. I know they had some for sale locally. So, and then where ours came from was Amazon. Amazon just makes it too easy for us to get stuff like that from them. I refreshed and my volume is good now. Oh, Carla, hello. Good to see you. Opal is getting fatter and fatter each day. Fingers crossed on babies. Oh, that's lovely. Carla, thank you. We appreciate it. I'm getting new goats. Nubian Toggenburg Cross. Oh, how cute. I bet that's a really nice. That'll be a good milker. The first time I tried transplanting comfrey roots, they didn't take. Tried again this winter and it took. That's weird. I didn't get the notification. YouTube's weird. They skip the notifications quite often. So yeah, the first couple of times, yeah, the sound might be a glitch from YouTube's end, is what Creating Essence said. So try refreshing if it's really that bad. After last week's poop talk, you are embarrassed by a bit of snot. Right? I was Marco Poloing Trisha at Willow Creek. I can see you, Carla. I can see you where you said, can you see me? I was Marco Poloing Trisha this morning, and I guess I must have just blown my nose or wiped. You got free super chats. That's cool. I must have just wiped my nose, and I guess I brushed it across my face because I'm sitting here talking to her, and I'm like, what's that shiny thing? Oh, that's a dried up booger on my cheek. In the middle of talking to her on a video call. That's what I had happen this morning. So tonight's topic is snotted boogers. If you thought the poop talk or the crap crop was interesting, just wait. I don't ever get a YouTube notification. Yeah, most of the time I don't either. And then I'll get YouTube notifications for channels that I don't have the bell on. So it's weird. Hello, Atkins Family Homestead. Glad you could join us. I'm doing okay. I'm not doing awful, but I'm not doing great. I rested all day. Ryan actually had to take a sick day today because he was literally burnt out beyond belief from the stress of his really busy work week and the stress that we've been under here on the homestead. If you weren't grossed out, stick around. We're farmers. Right? Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully he'll be able to work tomorrow. He was scheduled to work all week, but he was just done. So he and I just sat on the couch all week. I mean all day. Not all week. What is comfrey used for? I heard it was poisonous, so I never grew it before. Comfrey is a wonderful, wonderful bioaccumulator. It's good for livestock. It's good for chickens to eat, and it keeps dispersing. Carla, are you meaning to type one word at a time and hit enter? So comfrey also has a lot of medicinal uses, and it also has a lot of fertilizer uses. Hey, Stivers Homestead. Glad you could join us. Hey, Kim Couch. Jane A. Golden Pyrenees. Pat Booty. Green Dream Project. Providence. Farmstead. Did I already say hi to all these people? Mary's Vegetable Garden. Hello. Harvesting the Bounty. Okay. I always feel like I have to, go back through and, make sure I recognize the people that had joined us, because I know how special it felt to me when I'd be in a live stream and my name was said. So that's why I always try to do that. So don't think I'm weird. I'm just trying to make people feel special. I told a neighbor about comfrey today. He almost stepped on my plant. He had never heard of it. Interesting. Yeah, I grew up with lots of comfrey in the yard. My mom has huge patches of comfrey. And I've tried to so many times take some of her comfrey and bring it home, and it never survived. And the only thing I can think of is that she's in New England and I'm in the South, and it was probably so acclimated to her climate that it just hated ours. So when I got them as root cuttings in the mail, they grew fine. I haven't had an issue. They've been wonderful. They're growing so well that I'm going to have to dig them up and move them to a place where they can stretch out more. And I'm going to share some of the root cuttings with a friend that I'm going to be doing a collaboration with, where we're going to share plants with each other. So I'm going to dig up some stuff from my garden to share with her, and she's going to send me some of the stuff from her garden. So I'm super excited about that. Will it grow in Arkansas? Asked Rocky Homestead. Yes, I think it grows everywhere in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. Carla had to reboot. Well, I hope it's all working now. Bree is listening in tonight. We appreciate it. I love you call people by name. No matter how big you get, so many grow and become faceless. You still see each individual. I do. I'm so jealous of you more southern folks. Still too cold and wet to garden yet here. Well, we're mostly just doing asparagus and strawberry right now. I didn't get any fall crops in because it was so wet. And not fall crops, spring crops. I'm sorry, my brain. So the spring stuff, none of the spring stuff was not dry enough to plant, and the beds weren't ready. Now the beds still aren't ready, and it's time to plant the warm stuff, but it's still really wet. So I've been trying just to do a little bit at a time. I finally got most of my cold crops, the brassicas that I had started indoors. I finally got most of them planted. I saved a tray to plant in between my tomatoes because it's going to be getting too hot. And then so that tray, the brassicas, and my 2 celery trays were on top of the uncovered greenhouse. So the other plant stand, I guess you would call it. And I had taken all of my tomatoes out of the greenhouse and laid them all down on the ground so that I could water them really, really good and thoroughly because they were drying out so quick. And when I did that, I completely forgot to water the cold weather stuff. And the cold weather stuff dried out so bad that I lost like half the plants in those trays. So so I do have a little bit of celery left, but not nearly as much as I was supposed to have, which I was kind of looking forward to, like dehydrating some of the celery to use in soups and stuff, but it's okay. We'll have enough to use in fresh, so that'll be nice. Do you eat the wild pokeweed? I don't. I haven't. It just never. My mom does, and she has, but I just never really. I don't know. I guess I just the extra work of having to boil and pour off, and it just seems like it's more work than it's worth. I mean, it's probably not, because nutritionally, I'm sure it's pretty good. But I always think about the fact that if it's something that you have to boil and pour off, you're probably pouring off a lot of the vitamins. So, I like the raw wild edibles the most. So we eat a lot of chickweed. I love it. I have a bunch of celery growing right now. Not sure when to pull them. They are getting really big. What I did when I had the celery growing before is I would actually just, when I needed it, I would go and I would cut one down, and use it. And sometimes, and if you cut it right, sometimes they regrow from that cut if you leave some of the root and the base in the ground. Going good, just learning how to go live on YouTube with our camera. Then Rose went live, so I'm done for now. Oh, I had hail today and it beat up some of my plants I was hardening off. Oh no, I've heard a lot of people having like surprise hailstorms. That's no fun. I like how us northerners complain about snow but refuse to leave because we love where we live so much. Yeah. Humans technically shouldn't eat comfrey. There's a lot of people in the hardcore foraging world that will eat small amounts of it, but it can upset your stomach and liver, so you have to know what you're doing to eat something like that. But I don't eat it. Oh, I'm spilling water in my lap. So okay, good. We have 66 people watching. I wanted to wait till there were more people in here. Daniel's Fresh Farm, you'll have to request to join the group before you can be added. It's not something I can add you to. You have to request to join. The name of the Facebook group is Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. I put up a shade cloth across my garden between the barn and horse stalls. Plan to not lose my garden to heat this year. That is a great idea. You know, if you're growing in a hot area, that's a great thing to do, is use some shade cloth if you have that ability. Feel better. Thank you for still doing live today. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Sarah, and your donation is appreciated. Something I just want to say, because I haven't had it in any videos in a while, because I haven't had a lot of videos and I don't want to drown them with ads, but anytime you guys use our Amazon affiliate link or purchase something from our Amazon wish list for us and for our farm, Daniel, can it wait till after the show so I don't get interrupted to go over to Facebook and add you? I have 2 admins in there, but I don't think either one are online right now. So we'll get to you as soon as we're done with the show. I put it on cable so I can pull them across when I need to. Oh, what a great idea. Oh, that's neat, Carla. I'd love to see your setup. You don't have to share it with the whole world, but if you want to share it with me, you can absolutely send me pictures on Facebook or share it on our group if you want to share. Oh, you're welcome, Daniel. Hey, Mama Tried Homestead. How are you? Just harvested radish for the first time. Any good cooking tips? I've never tried it. Okay, so the day that Jess and Maya came and stayed with us at our farm for her birthday weekend, we actually, for breakfast, Ryan made roasted radish, but he did it breakfast style. So what we consider breakfast style is we add herb de Provence to them. So we cut them into cubes, bite size, small, small little half-inch cubes, 1-inch cubes, and coat them in olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and then he does herb de Provence for the breakfast style. It just makes it taste like a home fry, and it's really good. You could do that for an evening version too, or use other herbs that you like. Like you could do like dill, like dilled potato. So think of it like a potato, like how you would do a roasted potato, or rosemary would be really nice. I also really love lacto fermented radishes. Those are really good. It basically comes out like a pickled radish, and it's so delicious. I use a lot of garlic, and I'll do a couple of cayenne peppers whole. Don't cut them open or it'll get too spicy. Just a couple in the jar with them as they're fermenting, and it just comes out delicious. How long do you roast them for? Until they're fork tender. Great answer, right? So in that video that I look like Home Depot, I'll send a pic. Thank you, Carla, for that wonderful donation. I appreciate it. So in that video where Jess from Roots and Refuge came to visit Wholesome Roots, I think is like, that might be the title. I pinned the comment at the top because we had so many people asking how to cook it. So I pinned the comment at the top with the temperature and the time. But it's like hot. It's like 400 degrees, I think. And at least 20 minutes maybe. Do you dice, quarter, or slice the radishes for fermenting? So I did them whole usually. Because I had the little radishes. They were like little baby radishes. So I did them whole like that, and they were really nice to just eat like a pickle. But this year I'm going to do slice and have them as things that can be added to salad, because I never have liked radishes as a raw thing on my salad. I would push it to the side of the plate most of the time, or eat a bite or two. So if I had them pickled, I would be eating them in my salad all the time. So I think the slices would be perfect for adding to a salad. You can beat them and freeze them for next year. The chicken love them scrambled with shells. Oh, eggs. You must be talking about eggs. I'm sorry. I have to close up the barn. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you, Leatherwood Land. Glad you could join us. I got stuck on a mower at work and was soaked once I got back to the shop. Oh gosh, Kilted Gardner, that sounds like a familiar Ryan story there. Hey, Little Bits of Heaven Homestead, I'm so glad you could make it tonight. We were just talking earlier today what we were doing for our Friday night, and I mentioned that I was doing the live show, and she said she would hope to make it, so I'm glad she did. If you guys haven't checked out Catherine's channel, she's a real fun girl. Little Bits of Heaven Homestead. Well, she's not a girl, she's a woman, but you know what I mean. I want to like radishes and beets, but can't. I highly recommend you try them roasted or pickled. And same with the beets. They're wonderful roasted the same exact way. We cut them up into bite-sized pieces and roast them on a flat, cookie sheet. Wonderful. I made angel food cake, deviled eggs, and custard for Easter. Oh, wow. It took 30 eggs? Really? So I just, a friend of ours just moved to Germany, and when she said she was moving, for the poops and boogers, thank you, Blue-Eyed Lathers, for your donation. That's funny. So she was, moving to Germany, and I was like, you're not throwing away all your food when you leave, right? Like, I can come and get it, like, pick it up the night before or the morning of when you leave. Like, don't throw away your food. And there was an angel food cake gluten-free mix, and I'm like, oh my gosh, with our strawberries and angel food cake, I might have to let a jar of milk sit in the fridge for a couple of days to get the cream to separate and make some homemade whipped cream with it too. But I don't have that many in milk right now, so I probably couldn't do that. It probably wouldn't be enough. I'd get like a tablespoon of whipped cream. I might just have to go buy some heavy whipping cream from the store and make my own. I love drizzling them with a little balsamic and roasting them. Ooh, that sounds good. We love some balsamic in this house. Rose, is there a less spicy radish that you recommend? French breakfast radish is a very mild radish. And just make sure you harvest your radish before they go to seed. They get spicier if they start sending up a bloom stalk. Watermelon radish, that's a great one. Yeah, that's a good one too. It's not as sweet as a watermelon. It just looks like a watermelon, but it is a nice mild radish. The one I really want to try, that Jess is sending me seed for is the it's a green one from Baker Creek, and it's supposed to be sweet as candy. And I can't wait to try it because the boys pulled a French breakfast radish out and they wanted to eat it in the garden like they do the carrots. And I was like, sure. And they were like, it's too spicy, and cried and spit it out. And I was like, that's not even a spicy radish. But the beets, we love our beets. The golden beets and the Chioggia beets are two of the sweetest varieties of beets you can get. So they're really good for beginners that don't like the taste of beets to try out, because they're the ones that the chefs ask us to grow. When we were growing for the farmhouse restaurant, the farm to table restaurant and others, that was the request. That was always the request. So I have a special thing I want to announce tonight for some friends of ours. Some fellow homesteading YouTube channels are doing an incredible collaboration that will be coming out tomorrow morning. I'm super jealous that I was not in this collaboration, but I totally understand why I wasn't, because it was for beginning gardeners. So it wouldn't be a fair, sorry, I'm trying to pull up what I was gonna, I don't remember things, so I have to remember the name. But radish sprouts, so good on sandwiches. Ooh, I bet they are. That would be yummy. Okay, so tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I don't see the time now. Crap. Oh, yes. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I need you guys to get on YouTube and watch this collaboration. Now, this collaboration is a special one in the way it's set up, because the videos are connected to each other. So all of the channels involved will be posting their videos at the same time. So the channels are The Green Dream Project, Sunshine Farms, The Little White House, Bare Bottom Acres, Our Organic Life, and The City Stad. Correct me if I missed anybody. You would have taken the championship, Rose. I know, it's kind of like why I want to play along. Like, I'm going to print out my score sheet and I'm going to be like, I win. But, that's only because I'm, competitive, Rose. But, anyway, it's, all right, let me read what Josh from City Stead posted on my Facebook group. As a gardener, we plant many seeds, but how well do you know your seeds? Can you look at a seed and know what plant or what variety it is? How about after it sprouts or flowers? We are part of a new collaboration that aims to test ours and your knowledge. Play along and guess what seeds are what with us in the 2019 Secret Gardener Seed Challenge that launches tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube. Now, I have a special request on this. Ryan, get Rosa Cleaners. I've been sneezing and blowing my nose. It's been very, very beautiful. I just had an allergy attack as the show started. So, there will be a playlist for this collaboration. I need you guys to watch the videos in the order they're in on the playlist, because there's going to be some things that are going to connect the videos together, and it's going to make it even more of a fun experience for you guys as the viewers to watch all of the videos and don't miss any of it. The beautiful part is too, is even if you're not one of those main channels that set up this collaboration and created the videos and began together, you can still participate, because they're going to have scorecards that you can print off, and you can keep track. Like, each video that they do, you can make your own guesses and keep track of your own scores. And I'm like, this sounds like so much fun. It's almost like a what is it? Not a treasure hunt. Scavenger hunt. Like, I feel like I'm a part of a game. I'm excited about it. So you guys definitely need to check it out. These are some channels that I have supported and loved from the minute I saw their videos and met them, you know, through social media and YouTube. And they've been really, really, really cool. So, and they've been good supporters of our channel, and I just love them to death. So make sure you support them.
I don't think you have to watch them at 9. I think they're just available at 9, right?
Right. Did somebody say?
Sarah Downer asked if they have to watch them live at 9.
No. You don't have to be there live at 9, but that's when they'll be ready. Good question. I didn't even think about that.
Hey, Scooch. Oh, and you're, what do I tell you every time?
Well, why weren't you here then to tell me?
Gotta click that live chat.
Sorry. Yeah, so definitely check it out. It's wonderful. Ryan's here.
Hi. How's it going?
You're talking to them or me?
I don't know.
How's it going? You haven't missed much. We had some volume issues at the beginning from some people saying it was too low, but I don't know why. Some people said it might be a YouTube glitch, and some people said that they refreshed and it improved. So,
well, all right.
You can watch it whenever it's just going to be available at 9 a.m. But there was a break. Huh? I missed something. Where will we be able to find the collaboration? On any of those channels I mentioned. Let me mention them again. So, Green Dream Project, Sunshine Farms, The Little White House, Bare Bottom Acres, Our Organic Life, and The City Stead. Everybody got that? And you know what's funny is only one of those channels is one that I'm not like super close to. Like, the rest of them are like really good friends of ours, so that we consider good friends of the channel. So, LOL, dead air, Ryan.
Hey.
It probably was a combination of things. Rose, do you know if feverfew flowers promote pollinators? Yes, absolutely. Oh, I don't have a video for it, Dolly. I'm not in the collaboration. I'm just promoting their collaboration because they're wonderful channels that I really want to help see do better and do well, because they're really working hard to be a part of the community and make good quality videos. And I feel like that's a really important thing to encourage in YouTube world. You could start your own little side group and test your knowledge. We should start something in the Facebook group and be like, all right, who's winning? And I'm taking bets. Who's got the highest score? He is still off air.
I'm still off air.
Oh.
I'm at a disadvantage.
I don't know if anyone else had
whenever
this,
I'm late and I show up.
but we just got an ad. I never had that before. Oh, interesting. In the middle of the... That's interesting. We all have preview videos up on our channels. Okay, yes. I wasn't aware everybody had the preview channels up. I knew that Bare Bottom Acres had one up, and I knew that Josh at Citystead had one up. But Jess isn't competitive, so she wouldn't want to do that. So which is the first that we should watch, since you said order was critical? Can one of you guys answer that? Josh, do you mind moderating if I make you a moderator? Would that offend you horribly? I think the rest of your clan that's in here tonight. I know Sunshine Farms isn't in here because she's in Mexico, living in the high life, or she might be on her way back now. So, but I think I see Green Dream Project's in here. Citystead is in here.
Give him the wrench.
Bare Bottom Acres is in here.
Do it.
I shared Citystead's video on my YouTube page. You know, like the community. I get the ads at the beginning of the live show sometimes. Yeah, at the beginning I do, but to have it interrupt, I've never heard that happening, and I don't know. I thought my lives didn't have ads actually, but maybe they do. You read feverfew flowers would repel any pollinators? No. Well, I don't. Now you got me double questioning myself, but no, as far as I know, feverfew is a great pollinator attractor. Maybe there's something I don't know about it, though. I'll have to look that up. Whitney Gibson, are you in our Facebook group? Could you post that question on there and I'll tag my mom? She grows a lot of feverfew and she's a huge pollinator expert, so she should definitely be able to know the answer to that. Bruce City Garden, hello, welcome. Pot and Perma Garden is here. Hey y'all, Mary Court, good to see you. Troll duty. Hey, do you know if it's safe to plant any fruit trees near big mature oak trees? We have our four big trees in our front yard whose crowns take up most of the yard. I will say that oak itself is not usually something that bothers plants like black walnut does. But if you look at that tree canopy, you need to picture from the tree canopy straight down into the ground. That's how wide the roots have spread, at least. So the tree roots could actually impact the way other things grow in your yard. If the crowns take up most of your yard, that means the roots do too. So you're going to want to find those pockets in between the crowns to get a good successful, plus the shade from them would probably be damaging as well. Not damaging, but you'd have a reduced number of blooms, which would create a reduced number of fruit.
Okay.
Thank you, Whitney. I appreciate you asking that again so that I can remember to answer you when I'm more clear-headed. For those of you that don't know, I haven't been well. So my instant memory recall of all that information in my USB drive in my brain is not as good as it usually is. Citystead. Josh feels powerful with the wrench. There is an 11-second countdown video that should let us know that you are watching it from the playlist, but Sunshine Farms is the first one. Sunshine Farms is the first one. Daniel's Fresh Farms misses Eugene.
Aw. Well,
you know what's funny is Ryan said that you were going to miss Eugene.
I called that, actually.
He was like, you know who's going to be upset about this, right?
I mean, he's literally like 20 minutes away from us, so there's a good chance you'll see him again.
Sam's Allotment Diary. My biggest ambition for 2019 is to heal myself a little more. I thought I heard somewhere that big trees will choke out other trees, so I planted outside the root system. Yes. Can you share some of your favorite goat hacks, tips, and tricks? Can't think of any off the top of my head, but I got a lot of them in videos. I've got hundreds of goat videos. Do you have any?
Today's hint and tip is if they get out of the fence and if you hold an oak branch, they all will follow you. Even though there's 10,000 other things that can go eat on their own, they want to follow me. So they followed me back in, no problem.
Okay, question. Strangest vehicle you have transported a goat other than Alexis? We haven't done any weird ones, but I bet some people in the comments can.
I mean, pickup truck's all we've ever used, right?
Yeah, we've always been standard. Those crowns are huge. It took forever to find a place that was beyond the longest branches of all of them. I bet. Baby goats due soon. Great question, Dolly. Okay, so as it stands, we know for sure that Fancy Girl and Daisy May are gonna kid. May 1st is their due date. They're both showing, full pregnancy signs and symptoms. So I know that they're both bred. Fancy 2 is supposed to be due June 19th. She's the one who's always bred at weird times and kidded in the middle of the summer. She's had her kids in July every year. So that's a big one. And then Rosemary, guys, Rosemary might actually really be pregnant this time. Like, I'm not kidding. She might actually really be pregnant this time. And if she is, she's due May 16th. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
May 16th. She's fatter and fatter than she's ever been. You guys know she always looks like she's pregnant. But this time she looks like she's pregnant with triplets. So, and I just the other day noticed just a little bit of udder chub, just the tiniest difference. She's never kidded before. So as a first freshener, there's no hanging down. There's usually just 2 teats, little ones. Well, hers has got a little bit of hanging down. It's like this much, and doesn't feel like it's got milk in it or anything. So she's got a ways to go still, sort of. But she looks huge.
Comments are coming in pretty quick. There was one I was waiting to answer. Have we ever dealt with goat lice before?
Oh, yes.
And we
That's
have.
a wintertime woe that definitely comes up.
And you can treat it with, what was that?
The coating of diatomaceous earth.
Right.
First, being careful not to get it in their face. And then the VetRx drops down the spine. And then if that doesn't take care of it, you can take more extreme measures.
Yeah. We haven't transported goats in anything weird other than a pickup truck, but we've shoved them into a minivan before.
Whose minivan?
When Sarah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sarah brought Sister Ray here in a minivan, which I was shocked at.
When Robert came, what was it? His was like a Yukon or a Suburban or something. It wasn't a pickup truck.
Right. So it was a little more normal.
Yeah, but
you're gonna have to watch them like a hawk. Yes. We're definitely being super, super careful. Our biggest issue right now is that we have a barber pole outbreak due to the hot and wet winter we had. None of the barber pole were killed off. The winter wasn't cold enough, and then we've had nothing but rain. And it's just like one after another is coming down with symptoms, and it's been a big stressful time, but we're getting it under control. So it's hard when you see that a goat has suddenly just gone downhill, like out of nowhere, and that's so typical of barber pole worms. They reproduce very fast, so you can go from no problem to a big old problem real fast, and they're really bad in the South. So
I'm lost on the comments. That's why I was waiting on you to say something.
Are all bees good pollinators? I've seen several different size bees on my flowers. If they're on your flowers, they're pollinating, but by not always by choice, but they do. Did any of your pawpaws germinate? Well, Kilted Gardener, we had that discussion. Robert from Daybird Aviaries was like, have any of your pawpaw pollinated? And then somebody else asked me on Instagram, and I was like, good question. None of not pollinated, germinated. None of them had come up, but that's very normal because pawpaws do roots first. So they have a taproot, and they'll come out, and they'll get a nice deep taproot before they send up foliage up. Hey, Robert at Daybird Aviaries. I didn't even see you were in here, sweetie. And so he made me do it. And so I got curious, and I dug into my tree cells that I have them planted in. And I found more than one seed, and they were all sprouted. So they had a little tiny root, like this big, coming out of the seed. So they looked really good. They are very slow growing at first. So I'm excited about that because it looks like if they're all doing it, we're going to have too many pawpaw. I didn't think that was possible to have too many pawpaw, but I don't know where we would plant them all. My mom was like, just keep planting them around the pond, because they love the moisture. So that's not a bad idea. And then if we don't tend to them, or we can't harvest all the fruit, then no big deal. The wildlife gets it. It's still a good thing to plant fruit trees, especially one that's native to our area.
So many blue wrenches of power.
Yeah, there are a lot of blues.
Blue Eye Lather wants a blue wrench. Everybody, if you look underneath your seats, everybody check, and you'll everybody gets a blue wrench. Just kidding.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
I have the picture cat.
Are yours bigger than mine, seriously, or are you just saying that, Robert? And no, I didn't watch the video because I'm a horrible friend. Listening and learning as much as usual. Love your wisdom, Rose. Thank you, Grandma. So happy. All bees are good pollinators, and there are many other pollinating insects as well. Yes, ants can even be pollinators. So, how many total goats do you have in your herd now? 25-ish? I haven't counted recently, so...
Something like that.
There's always some being born, and, of course, there's always some that we lose, so... The number fluctuates a lot. Or I did just get rid of 2. So, yeah, we might be down closer to 20. We usually fluctuate between 20 and 30 at any given time. So, usually the 30 is when everybody has kidded. Sub-Zero, what's going on with your goats?
Yeah, I'm off my game today, you guys. So trying not to have dead air, but I'm not really sure what else to say.
I tried scrolling back up to see, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, Sarah Downer wants to know if you have any favorite garden shoes, and if so, are they in your Amazon store?
Yeah, the Sloggers, and they're on my Amazon.
Schloggers or sloggers?
Sloggers.
Sloggers.
I do like my muck boots too, but since having the Sloggers, I swear my feet aren't nearly as sweaty as with the muck boots. Remember we used to complain about sweaty feet with our muck boots?
And I haven't found a favorite gardening shoe per se. I'm really enjoying the Keen waterproof.
That's it, Josh. I'm taking away your wrench. Just kidding. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're finally talking.
I like the Keen, the brand name Keen. A lot of people at the greenhouse. Hey, don't interrupt. A lot of people at the greenhouse wear them, so I tried them out and I like them. They're waterproof. I noticed on the hottest days that we've had so far, they've been pretty hot on my feet. So that's the one thing I don't like about them. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that.
So you would accept an invitation to the 2020 Secret Garden Seed Challenge? Are you talking to me? Are you kidding me? I'm offended I wasn't asked for the first one. No, I'm not. I'm not offended. I would have loved to have been asked for the first one, but I have a very unfair advantage. I've been playing with seeds since I was a baby, so in fact, there's been some like quizzes or whatever, like on Facebook or Instagram and stuff, when people are doing seeds, and I'm pretty good at pretty good at seed ID. Sub-Zero Infinity, what do you need baking soda for? Baking soda is not something that goats typically need. Goats actually produce their own bicarbonate. So if their rumens are functioning, they typically don't need it. If you have a goat that goes down and their rumen's not functioning, then you would need to add baking soda back to help, what's the word that happens when the rumen shuts down? I don't know the word.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Hashimoto's has got the best of me.
Sure, you know tomato seed, but do you know the variety?
Heck no. How would you?
Maybe that.
Bloating. Bloating is not treated by baking soda. You never need baking soda for bloat. What you need for bloat is oil. So, or if you have Gas X, just give them a Gas X pill, and that usually does the trick. But it's more important to massage the rumen and exercise the goat. If they let you elevate them, that's also helpful, but baking soda does not treat bloat. Do you give your goats apple cider vinegar? When I remember to. When I remember to, I bring a bottle down there and put some in every water bucket. Problem is our goats tend to get stuff in their bucket, and then like they won't eat it if it's dirty. So yeah, then we have to dump it out in the garden, and that's not good for the garden.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a
Will
ball.
baking soda harm a healthy goat? No, they will eat it if they need it. So it's okay to have it out. If they need it, they will take it, but they typically will not need it. Rose, I have a little male with bloat. Oh, and you burped like crazy tonight. That's great. Baking soda does not treat bloat. It has been proven scientifically. It's an old system that people used to use that has been proven otherwise. This is the current information in the goat world. Vegetable oil would work beautifully. Yes, the mineral oil would definitely help with that, Mary Court. There's a lot of misinformation in the goat world for sure.
We're always learning new things, aren't we?
Yeah, well, and that's why I took a small ruminant production course from the university, so that I would be up with the current information.
Right.
To make sure that that's all I share.
Where did you lose me? I'm trying to find something to read out loud. Well,
Robert's comment's a good one to read.
I'm surprised how much more minerals my goats are consuming now that they are consuming milk. Yeah, I don't know what brand minerals are available to you, but the stuff that I buy, it's called Sweet Licks Magnum Milk, because they have a Sweet Licks meat maker, and that used to be all my feed store carried, but now I get the Magnum Milk minerals, and they love it. Even the goats that aren't in milk, and here lately especially, I feel like it's essential that they have their minerals, but I've definitely noticed an increase in mineral intake because I give it to them free choice. so they're able to go whenever they want. And it's been the goats that haven't been feeling so great, that are being treated for the parasites. They're always the ones that are wanting more minerals, and I'm guessing because they're trying to replace the minerals that they've lost. But especially, if they start producing milk, they want it even more. Okay. When my
How big Titus?
Oh, Titus is huge.
I was trying to read her comment. Deb and her keyboard always messing up.
He's a big boy. Him and Khaleesi are doing great. We have a sort of different evening routine now, and I have to walk them from one paddock to another on a leash, and they're quite used to it, I'd say.
They're really good on a leash.
Yeah,
better than any dog I've ever had, and they were never like really truly trained to leash. Besides goats, of course, what's both of your favorite farm animals? Quail.
I'm quite partial to cows.
Oh yeah, I always forget. I think of what we have. So.
Yeah, I mean, not including what we have, cows for sure. I really love. I love Jersey cows.
Jersey cows, yeah, for sure.
I
always loved Holsteins growing up because that's what I grew up with in the bigger farms. But
I love horses too, but I think I almost think of them more as like pets people have instead of farm animals. But even though they live on farms. But cows, I really enjoyed having cows. When I worked at the sheep farm, we had a few Jersey cows, and they were so peaceful. I loved them.
But the quail, I think, I like them for their ease of use and the quick food production that they give us. So I don't know that it's like because I love them. It's more like because I love what they do for us. They provide a great food source. And they're easy. I like easy. So.
Robert Jackson will give me 3 horses. I love horses. I think they're really expensive. And
oh no, Haywire Homestead, what's going on?
One day, if I had the time and the funds to board a horse here,
you can message me if you don't want to.
I would love to.
Say it here. Yeah, there will be times where I see a horse up for adoption, and I'm like, should we do it? And I'm like, no. We just don't. Right now, we need to just focus on what we have. Get me bitter. Oh, coccidia again. Ugh, I'm sorry. Well, at least you know what to do. Did both of you guys grow up on a farm homestead?
No,
I did, but Ryan didn't.
I did not. I grew up here in Georgia, but I grew up in a neighborhood, not like really tight neighborhood, but still it was a subdivision. It was an older subdivision, so they were more spaced out. Yeah, I never thought I would be doing this. Kind of took a while to figure out what I wanted to do in life.
But when I met you, you were like, I love landscaping.
Being outside was critical.
That was something I remember like, oh, he likes plants.
I grew up, when I was a kid, I would much rather be out in the woods building forts and exploring, not in throughout the woods of the neighborhood. My neighborhood had a decent amount of woods to it, and we had some really cool spots growing up. But then outside the neighborhood, once we got brave enough to explore, was even cooler. But I didn't really.
But then your dad did some landscaping that you helped him with.
My dad, before the MS really got him too bad to where he can't do it anymore, he was the yard king. That guy was always outside, always doing stuff. He was so tan all the time. You've never seen him like that. But yeah, he used to be outside always doing stuff. And I used to love doing yard. I still love doing yard work.
Rose, will you give info on what you did to help Autumn on your blog, maybe? I'm sorry, buddy. We're live right now. Did you know that? They can hear you whining. Ryan is a lumberjack Viking. So the stuff that we did with Autumn, a lot of it was physical therapy. The getting her into her wheelchair and working with her arms and legs. It would be that is the most effect that we were able to do is once she came out of. Sorry.
Oh, guys,
so she's doing great. Her shoulders are actually starting to even out, and she is starting to look more straight in her spine. Even her hips are still a little off centered, but like she's running and jumping and skipping, guys. Like no kidding. She plays with the boys. When the boys run with her, she like does this spinning jump like most baby goats do, but to see her do it is such a heartwarming sight. So all of our hard work paid off. We definitely didn't give up on her. So I plan on making a documentary type video about Autumn. It's just I wanted to get to the point where she was full blown normal. I think she's gonna be normal. So
yeah,
I think that having a video from beginning to end, and the end would be normal.
What helped turn the corner? Turn her
the chair.
Corner, the chair.
The wheelchair.
I think
that was when things started to really, really advance quickly.
And particularly when we made the last adjustments we ever made to the chair, which that's on a video, isn't it? That day that I was.
Yep.
After doing that, and it seemed to just progress rather quickly.
That's a good idea, Robert. He said to do a video on bloat. That's a good idea. Yeah. We are fortunate where we haven't dealt with too many bloat situations. So, and Autumn wanted to chase Rose around. Yes, Chris.
She follows me like the most loyal.
She's like a dog.
Like the most loyal.
It kind of gets annoying when I have the hay wagon and I'm trying to bring it out to the paddock, and she's like getting in the way of the wagon. I'm like, Autumn, you better move. So, yeah. Yes, I need to add some designs to our Teespring account now that has anybody noticed the shelf underneath our videos when you're watching our videos, the Teespring shelf where we have our merchandise? Now that we have 10,000 subscribers, I was able to add that, and I'm super excited. So I've been meaning to do a lot of things lately, guys. A lot of videos I've meant to do, a lot of posts I've meant to do, but I just haven't done it. I have not been well, and I have not felt like doing anything. So when I'm better, I'll be back. Yeah, I was thinking hashtag Team Autumn. Just plain, big, bold font. Hashtag Team Autumn. What do you guys think of that? What do you do when y'all are overwhelmed about the homestead?
The same thing we do every day.
I was just going to say the same thing. We just push forward. You can't not do stuff.
Choose your battles.
Yeah, we do cut corners a little bit when it's a hard day. You know, that might be the day that we skip washing the waters. You know, they can live with dirty water. They're chickens. You know, it's going to be okay for them to go one more day without it. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Yeah, most important is my health. If I can't get my health back, then there will be no YouTube. So I am concentrating on that. I started to feel better and feel like I could be making videos when I crashed again this week from some unnecessary stress in our life. So that was not fun. My wife wants to know where you got your hair cover, Miss Rose. These were sent to me by a subscriber, and I don't know the brand. It was a package. They don't have tags. So it was on Amazon. It came from Amazon, but it was a package of hair wraps like this, and they're all different colors. There was like 10 different colors. I love them. I was, you guys know I've worn a bandana in my hair all along, but then when my friend Paige started sending me these nicer ones, I had put one on my wish list, and it was like this. It's more of a spandex material, and it was for exercising. It was listed as an exercise. So it's a more spandexy, shiny material, and it's not nearly as comfortable to me as these bandana style that hang down lower. I just find them lighter on my head, Don't make any hilarious poo jokes while I'm gone. Sarah's going to refill her drink. Triage on the homestead. Ooh, I don't understand. Is that a question?
No, it's advice, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Just do the critical stuff first. Yes, triage, critical. Duh. I'm sorry. Please remember to... Sorry, I was just reading a moderator comment. If having a bad day, do the essentials and rest. Yep, exactly. Which is all I've been capable of doing lately, so... Willow Creek is... Okay, so I guess I can say this now because she said it in my group. I didn't want to, make the announcement for her. But what she's doing is all of this week's footage that she's filming and editing. She's been filming and editing, and she's not going to post them until Monday. So starting Monday, you will see Willow Creek every day again, but it'll be a week in advance. So she just wanted that extra gap. So that's what she's doing. And they won't be doing live streams anymore because of that week gap. It would be kind of weird to talk to people about stuff that they're not going to see for a week. So, Rose, are those on your list? I need to get some for Katie's wild hair. They aren't, but I can try to see if I can find this one. The other one was in my wish list, so I can find that on Amazon and add it to my store. But I like this one much better. It's not pure cotton or anything, but it's a lighter material for me.
Built on a rock homestead. My hair naturally wants to grow over my face too. I'm trying to figure out something to do about that.
Ryan is considering shaving his beard off, guys.
Don't spoil it.
Well, I just did. You didn't shush me fast enough. Nobody wants the beard to go, though.
Yeah, no, but when it does, it has gone, and when it does, then there's people come out of the woodwork being like, "Oh, you've been here. Where have you been the whole time? You look so much better."
He's just gonna let it grow right back.
I change my look every so often.
Everybody, no, no. Whoa! Spoiler alert. Just do a short summer trim. You could do that.
Yeah, I might just do a mustache,
No. Max Happy Homestead, don't tell him to rock the mustache. He did that once. I don't like it at all.
I have a mustache. You'd see it. It's a good one. That's a good mustache. Yeah.
Yes, it definitely should help with the stress and anxiety of getting videos out in time. Wasteland Acres, I agree. I can understand for the summer it would be more comfortable with that. Don't shave beard. What? It's a homesteading signature. Wow, there's so many comments about your beard, Ryan. I have to scroll.
And now we should end the show because, yeah.
Need hair on the side of your head.
It's hot.
Thou shalt not shaveth thy beard. Beard extensions, braids.
Creepy mustache guy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like creepy mustaches.
It's not creepy.
Well, I think the thing is, for me, is, this is going to sound disgusting, but my dad has always had a big bushy mustache. And so when I kiss my daddy, I get his nasty mustache on me. So it's always been like, ew, dad kisses. So to kiss him with a mustache is very ew. I'm like, ew, I can't do it.
The mustache has been here the whole time.
But it's not when it's with a beard to meet it. It's a more complete. Rose, how are you going to making Eugene Butcher video without Eugene. Paige, I'm glad you're here, hon. I hope that means that you're off for the night. My beard is still growing strong since HOA last year. Oh, wow. It's going to be big. Maybe a nicely trimmed goatee. I like goatees. He doesn't.
I'd look like my own evil twin if I had a goatee.
What?
Goatees make you look like an evil twin.
Yeah, Ryan has a sweet baby face under the scruff. He has dimples, y'all. Can I please?
Don't tell them that.
He's adorable.
Look at our older videos. You can go back and look, and then come back and say which one you think. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
But
you need to learn to say that to other people.
There's some videos where I don't have a beard.
Yeah, if you ever do it in front of your kids. We didn't one time, and my kids would not go by their dad. Okay, so my dad had a big bushy beard growing up, and the mustache. But he had a big long beard, like down to his belly. And one night, he must have shaved it, because when we woke up in the morning, there was a strange man sleeping on the couch. It was my dad, and we did not believe it was my dad, and we were scared by it. I'm probably... why does the chat jump so fast? Because, like, I was in the middle of reading it. That's why I'm scrolling back up. I know I'm not supposed to be scrolling back up, but I was in the middle of reading it, and I lost it. Dimples are awesome. My dad has always had a mustache and forbade Josh to ever have just a mustache because it won't... I won't make out with my mother. Hmm? I saw the many hairs of Ryan, Carla says. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Evil Twin would make a great video.
I should. That would be some clever filming and editing.
Oh, if you filmed one whole half of it of you talking to yourself, and then you facing the other way with your other.
Or
shape.
even have you and like dealing with my evil twin. Yeah, that would be a fun one.
He looks better with or without the beard, Christy. I mean, he looks so good without it, and he looks so good with it. So he can pull anything off. It's one of those guys that can pull off any look, guys. Sorry. I wish I was one of those girls that could pull off any look. I was telling Ryan I was thinking about cutting my hair, like, to here in the back, like, to my necklace line in the back, and then leaving it longer in the front so that I could leave it down more, because like when it's this long, it's hard to leave it down when you're doing stuff. It just gets caught in stuff. So, and he was like, yeah, I don't know how that would look on you, and I'm like, thanks. So, oh, is it already after 9?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
All right, guys, to recap, make sure you go check out the collaboration in the morning from our friends and enjoy that. It's going to be awesome. It's the 2019 Secret Gardener Seed Challenge. Make sure you watch the playlist in order. So check out Sunshine Farms and go from there. And we appreciate y'all joining us tonight and being with us for our live show, despite us being a little less live than we normally are. Lively, you know. Yeah. Get it? No. See, I can't even tell a joke tonight, guys. So we're gonna go sit on that couch behind us and rest for the rest of the evening. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. You said we're not doing the thing anymore.
Not doing endings anymore. But,
right.
Well, wait, we can do it on a live.
But if we're not doing endings, I just click the
because
button.
The people who click off of videos aren't going to do it on live. The people on lives wait until the very end to click off because they're awesome.
Good night. Guten Nacht.
Sweet, sweet friends. We love you guys. Peace out, sauerkraut. I like that, Sarah. You know the drill. Peace out. Everybody was laughing at me for saying that in the Easter video, the Eugene video. I left that all in.
Yeah, I know.
The ending. You know?
Yeah, I know. I watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah.
You watched one of my videos, guys.
I watched some of them.
All right. We love you guys. And hopefully I'll be able to get a video filmed and edited at some point this week. Yes, Rowan and Liam still say it. My sweet boys. Thank you guys for everything. We appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
You guys wanted it. Here it is.
See, look at this. He lost a tooth, and then the next day he lost another tooth. So my little toothless...
He's trying to scam that tooth fairy is what he's doing.
Look at him looking at, smizing at the camera.
Tooth fairy gonna go broke.
At least the tooth fairy didn't forget this time.
Oh.
Like last time. All right, guys. For real. We love you.
Bye-bye. Toodaloo.